apologize for kicking off the viewpoint. Today's edition, if a lot late, so we really apologize for that. But I have with me in the studio two gentlemen, and they represent the Gatekeepers Advocacy Group right here in Nigeria, and I'll be having this conversation specifically with two great men, Wari Senibol, Joe Johnson, and Mr. Bernard Odike from the Gatekeepers Advocacy Group. Now, Viewpoint is a news and current affairs program. Comes to you every Saturday within these hours. Usually we end up at 10 a.m. My name is Zubi Ekuku Wokocha. Today we'll be looking at an issue that has been on the front burner for quite some time. I would say specifically from the year 2018 up until date. It's been coming up, coming down, or going down, and these gentlemen are here to clear the air. Rivers politics. Fubara, we all know, is his name, his personalities, and also his person have been linked with this particular issue with regards to the EFCC. Does he really have a case to answer? Does he really, or is he free? Is he off the hitch? So we're here to get clarity on that. What is about Joe Johnson? Good morning.
Thank you. Good morning.
And Mr. Bernard Odike, good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, so we're going to kick off this particular program. You can listen to us live from anywhere you are in the world. Streaming link is rhythm937.com/ph. Rhythm937.com/ph. That is where you'll find us and listen to us. Remember, it's rhythm937.com/ph. There you can stream live, listen, and then of course follow the conversation. So let's start. Let me start sending one. So let's start with the advocacy group. What is
the advocacy? The group is a political pressure group that is working for the good of Fubara, the Fubara candidate.
Okay. When you say political pressure group, what does it mean for the layman?
Well, it's a group that unearths or unravels everything that is politically disadvantageous to our candidate.
Okay. So why did you choose Sim specifically? Are you related? Or are you from the same community?
No,
there has to be a reason.
We're politicians and we're PDP.
Okay. It's something that you must do or you have to, because we have some members of the PDP who are not as enthusiastic as
it is a party that is on the ballot. Therefore requires that every member of the party has to be on deck to be able to actualize the thing.
Okay, but not all of you are on deck, as it were.
Well, I want to assume that you can never, even when you have 12 disciples, there was also a Judas that was there. So you may never have 100% situation. You naturally have what you call a pass mark. I would want to assume that anything above 95% is almost like gold.
Okay. So let me ask Bernard Odike now, how do you recruit your members? How do you recruit members to join this advocacy group? Or is it automatically only PDP members, or you also have those who are not PDP members?
Like I told you, interest is already defined. It's about like mind. If we believe in what we believe, for instance, awareness, like you mentioned in your remarks, opening remarks here, right from 2018, what has been happening, the story of the FCC in
know, coming after some officials of the River State government, forgetting that there was a perpetual injunction that had been in place since 2007 up to date. Going forward, the administration that succeeded that of Peter Delay, which is that of forgot them, trying to play politics, pressure in the minds of make them government, the judgments. We are in 2022, another year before an election. Up again, the only man I want to say that is running this election in Rivers State.
Okay.
So those who want to see group who are like all above falsehood.
So I believe you're here to clarify or clear the air, as it were.
Yeah. So any man who believes in what we believe, that's standing on the truth and to ensure that the truth, prevails, is welcome.
Okay, let me ask this. As an advocacy group, are you also moved to maybe connect with voters? Is that also part of your plan, or just to clean or clear the air with regards to the
yes, as our name implies, gatekeepers.
Yes.
Want to ensure that whatever that has to do with River State is standing well. So how do we maintain the kind of government we want in place in River State is to ensure that the wrong things do not come in to pollute that. So we are like standing in the gate to ensure.
I'm talking about voters.
Yes, when I'm talking about voters, we are trying to keep the records right. So that because how will the voters lesson that has been presented to us, or the issues that have been presented to us, are the right persons and the right things. Therefore, when I am convinced that this thing is right, then what stops me from voting? So we want every person in Rivers State who is eligible to vote, a registered voter, come 2023, that they should not dissipate their energy and waste their votes.
Okay, because and they didn't have issues with the EFCC, but this particular government raised dust with regards to some of the former administration. With regards, I can point one out clearly, and that one has to do with the monorail. The current administration has as one of the issues. Now, what is your position on that? Do you think that was a smart, wise decision of the government? I'm asking this because of the role of the EFCC. What is their work? And we know there's a perpetual injunction, and we know also that they are external bodies, but there's a reason why the EFCC was formed in the first place. Now, what is your position on that? I know you're a PDP member. Are you happy with the way the monorail is, or you're not?
Well,
I'm asking them. Let ODK please answer.
The issue of monorail
is
in the public. It was what we call a white elephant project.
So you're not happy with it?
We're not happy with it.
Okay. So Warrison, are you happy with it?
I don't have a different opinion from what.
So do you think it is something that the EFCC should probe, look into? Do you think it's something that they should be able to say, why was this done or why wasn't it concluded? Do you think it is something they should look into?
There are two answers to it. One is that the only organ of government that can direct the probe of anything in this state is the State Assembly.
We're aware of that. Good. But do you think they should look into that?
Now,
since the Assembly is...
No, the law does not. You can only put something on something. You cannot, there's no way you can probe except the State Assembly says so. Do you understand? Because of the restraining order. Let me even situate it well. What we are talking about today stemmed from the regime of Governor Peter Delay. Then Jumogobia went to the Federal High Court in March 2007. When they felt that EFCC's incursion was prejudicial.
Why is it about, you know the Constitution very well, and maybe the EFCC Act. What is the primary role of the EFCC?
Corrupt practices.
Okay. So if the EFCC believes that whosoever a Nigerian citizen, government official or not, the
procedure.
So the procedure is perpetual injunction. They can't even, all of us is being used. We just mentioned the monorail now, and they can't probe because there's a perpetual injunction.
Yeah.
And we all are aware of what happened in South Africa, where apartheid was in the constitution. It was legal. But does that make it fair? You're a lawyer. Does that make it, or did it make it fair that apartheid was in the constitution, it was legal, but is it fair?
Can I talk about being fair? When the system has recognized what they want, the people is a reflection of the kind of government they want. South Africa says apartheid is good for us. What may be good for you? One man's food, maybe another man's poison.
When it was,
I wasn't loud about it.
But did you like it?
Well,
we're looking at what the law says versus what the people want.
The South African law, what occurs in South Africa, I've been to South Africa. If you kill somebody in South Africa, the government will not do you anything.
But does that make it fair?
No, I'm just saying, in Nigeria, if you kill here, we kill you. But if you manage not to, if you attempt to kill and you never kill, then you will face the consequence.
I'm asking this question.
So what obtains there may not be what obtains in our own laws. The South African law allows apartheid.
Let me just chip in something.
Go ahead, Odiki.
The law, it does not, bother about sentiment.
Apartheid we're talking about.
You
monorail we're talking
about.
You
came from an angle.
Yes.
You talked about why EFCC was formed and why why is it that because for the public interest, why EFCC may not be allowed to prove.
Because there's a perpetual injunction.
Now the issue is if law
the monorail.
Yes.
We can't ask questions. We can't see the books. We don't understand the premise why that happened. Now the EFCC, because I even went to their website, we're going to talk about that, still has the picture of Wale Senable, Sim Fubara, and a couple of others there. And I'm going to be asking, even out there, I believe hopefully we're going to have an EFCC official here one day, why it is still there, despite the fact that I believe there is a court injunction or judgment asking them not to continue to do
exists, it means it's a contravention of the law.
We'll get to that. But let's open the phone lines now so we can allow people to interact. This is an interactive program, news and current program viewpoint. The numbers to call 0902-33, WhatsApp number 0902-333-9379. You also have 0901-374-3199. 0901-374-3199. You're not allowed to call anyone a thief, armed robber, or criminal unless the person has a call. And I should say, hello.
Yes, my name is Tony Toby.
Okay, Tony Toby, go ahead. I believe you have a question.
I just want to say something about the topic in this talk.
Go ahead.
Now, we are talking about the EFCC. And even if you was very and then me that look after it's a tax situation country. It's not true. It's for any government official serving in River State. So you cannot be protecting your own. That's the issue of the monorail. So why has the monorail? Why has the mission not been investigated? Why has the monorail not been taken? So these are the things we have to be concerned about by the ADC against the candidacy of Siminalayi Fubara that we both want.
Thank you very much for your contribution. More calls expected. 0902-333-9379. Also 0901-374-3199. Hello, good morning. Glad to have you join us. Go ahead, JJ.
Thank you.
Go ahead. You have 60 seconds.
Please, you have internet facility in your studio there, right?
Yes.
Please get Guardian newspaper on the 31st of January 2018, and please read it, let the whole world hear. This was a judgment by the Federal High Court in Ado-Ekiti State. Please read, let the whole world hear. That says that the EFCC lacks power to probe state finance. Are you with me? But for the case of River, that's general. For the case of River State, the only people who have power to do anything concerning finance is the state assembly, who are the representatives of the people. That this is in support of the additional to the state I've given you before. Let's say Fubara, court judgment, plus the injunction that is still there. We are talking about another republic for goodness sake. People who allegedly benefited from this injunction are the ones pressing right now that, we must sacrifice doesn't make any sense to me, bro. So apart from concern, this and that assembly are the custodian of the law for now, and they have not said anything for goodness sake. If we want to look at whatever the cases, everything hospital, whatever the money paid to Canadian custodian who are supposed to build the former teaching hospital right now, what happened to those money? But everybody has to obey the law because that's what is saying right now. But please, I beg you in the name of God, get guidance at the 3rd January 2018. God bless you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, JJ, for your contribution. Hello, more calls expected. 0902. Yeah. Hello, good morning. Glad to have you join us.
Yeah, good morning.
I can hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah, Mufasa on the line.
Go ahead, Mufasa. Yeah.
You see, I haven't really, want to talk more because then I feel that actually, inform, some of these naysayers who are fond of testing the things that for me I see as, fictitious, illusions. Now, assuming without considering that there is a great allegation against individuals, and like David rightly said, that we don't need the Panama Republic. There is an injunction restraining an agency of government from doing something. What is the right and proper way or thing to do? Is to go to court and vacate that injunction. For me, I don't see the EFCC is even trying to make the mountain out of the whole by still allowing the picture of the gentleman to be in their website. Because an allegation was made against, and it was not even himself alone. It was himself and some other officials of River State government. Go and check the record. Now, people are figuring out Siminalayi Fubara as if he was alone in that particular, issue. Let us not begin to, bring this in as though we are beginning to mix policies with hatred and unnecessary.
Thank you very much, Mufasa.
For me, last is good.
Okay.
For me, I think the proper way for civilized people to do something is to go to God and do the needful.
Thank you very much. Hello, good morning, Misha. Hello? Augustus. Okay, go ahead, Augustus.
It's unfortunate that this type of thing happening to River State.
beneficiary of corrupt practices smartly went to the court and got a perpetual injunction. And unfortunately, the EFCC has no legal team since 30 years now to go to court to verify it. And so now we don't want any trust in the PDP and the Rivers policy. It's our man.
Okay,
So,
thank you very much for
the
contributing.
issue of extension and the protection of the victim, if the EFCC don't have the legal position, come to me free of charge to go there to do the protection. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Hello, good morning. Glad to have you join us. Yes. I can hear you. Yes. Go ahead.
Sim is a candidate accepted by Rivers.
How do you know?
Yes, because when you look at the aspect of Rivers, you know that Sim is already accepted at the table of Rivers.
So people who love Tony Cole also have accepted him. Those who love the Molulu Bricks have accepted him.
Look at the way you look at the analysis of Rivers, when you go to the place, you know that Tony Cole does not have what it takes to win the election. People in his unity.
You will share that analysis with me, please. Until you do.
When we go to that area, you see that he has not done anything for the people. Why people should vote for him?
Who hasn't done anything for the people? What has Sim done for the people? Sim Fubara has done things for people in the Povo? Okay. Okay, glad.
Beyond the Povo.
Okay.
Beyond the Povo.
Okay, thank you very much for that. Glad to have you join us. Hello, good morning. This is Viewpoint PA. Yes, good morning. I can hear you. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. I can hear you.
My name is Chimene.
Go ahead, Chimene. You have 60 seconds. Yes.
Well, let me thank the people that are here for coming to raise this topic. I think you have been in this state. You know the case of NCFCC and how they've been losing matter. I'm a lawyer. And I can also authoritatively tell you that the matter concerning the injunction, it was concerning the DSCC, died on the 1st of instance, died again on appeal. Should I start telling you the historical antecedents? I'm sure my colleague just told you of what happened. People are getting through the age of Siminalayi. He's going to be not going to the last line.
How do you know he's going to win?
And we're all aware. So that no wonder we're all aware of what they are saying about him. He is a clean person. When we talk about party politics, this man is immaculate way of playing politics. We're all aware.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Barrister Chimene. Let's come back to the studio now. We're going to take some more calls a few minutes from now. Okay, Barrister Chimene said something that Sim is a clean person, that he's going to win.
Yes.
But why is his face and picture still on the EFCC website?
That's the question for EFCC to answer.
But why haven't you asked them as an advocacy group? Haven't you
I haven't really taken.
Don't you think you should do that? Find out why
now that you have mentioned it, is a matter for
the office is closed by though.
Yes, we will find out. We'll find out. But let me even place it properly.
Go ahead.
This matter is more like an abiku. If you know the Yoruba meaning of an abiku.
Please explain.
Something that dies and then reincarnates.
Okay.
In 2007, when that injunction was gotten, it was granted in a federal high court. That's the first one. In 2018, it resurrected again.
But why was it granted in the first place? You can give us a little background, maybe the historical antecedents of why Ajumogobia went to court. What was the EFCC looking for? What was their cry?
Well, in very short form, federal system of government, to the extent that states are autonomous, the assemblies have the final say as it relates to, the checks and balances of what the executive does. So to bring a federal institution to come and begin to probe, except invited by the state assembly, that nobody, as you are, I cannot just walk into your house until you invite me to say, look, there is a problem which you want a third opinion. So when the state government then, through Odeya Ajumogobia, went to court, it was because they felt that EFCC was being judicial, and therefore got that order from a federal high court. Don't forget that EFCC is a federal institution, but the federal high court took the decision, came up with a judgment that they couldn't appeal. In 2018, there were two cases, one in the State Assembly, in the State High Court, another in the Federal High Court. The two judgments came, also reenacting what the first judgment had said. And at the end of that judgment,
the two judgments,
one was delivered by Oshoma, another was delivered by Mereji. Mereji State. Oshoma is Hillary Oshoma is a judge.
Is it possible for you to expound what these judgments were in summary, so we have an idea?
Okay. The Oshoma judgment was an interlocutory injunction restraining EFCC from ever attempting to do anything.
Don't even come
Don't invite them. You can't also detain them. In fact, the outcome of that judgment was a grant of 300 million for damages to Fubara.
Who went to court?
The state government went again to say, look, what federal high court had done, these people are not obeying it. And then they went to state high court, one on the 4th of October, another on the 25th of October in 2018. Oshoma ruled that Fubara, who was the first defendant, he was, yes, the Accountant General of the Federation of the state, now ruled and gave the 300 million for damage which was already slammed on EFCC, which they hadn't paid as we speak. So you can now see that it comes up only during the electioneering period, and particularly that Sim is the man on the block. So every other time, the story would just be Sim is this and Sim is that. That's what we're saying. That Sim enjoys judicial immunity.
As Attorney General of Rivers State, as Accountant General of Rivers State.
Any government official, any government official from the days of Odili, from the day that first judgment was made, till now you cannot investigate that person. That was why you couldn't do it. Couldn't do it on Odili. You couldn't do it on Omehia before Rotimi Amechi came and then to this present government.
So as a lawyer,
Sim enjoys what they call judicial immunity. It's not restrained only to judges. Even as you're in this studio, you're enjoying some immunity. There are certain things that can't happen to you here.
So as a legal practitioner, as a lawyer, advanced with the law, what does the law say? Is Odili still a government official? Can he be investigated now?
You cannot investigate him now. And his activities, except on murder charges or other charges, but his activities.
So the law protects him even after he leaves office.
It has to do with the
River State government and the finances. It's only the State Assembly, so that we need to get this one right and correctly to the understanding of all, that it's only on activities of River State, not if Odili commits, if Odili kills somebody, you cannot, no. But for his activities, you cannot.
So if a majority of Rivers people approach the House of Assembly and say, we want you to look into the activities of all our former governors, will the Assembly, does the law allow, or should the Assembly do that?
It's Assembly, and I'm not in the Assembly.
No, but I'm talking about the law now.
You're talking about a mob action now.
No.
There are procedures.
If Rivers people now, the majority of them decide to write, and maybe have 1,000, 10,000, 1 million signatories, and say, House of Assembly, look, invite the EFCC to do this. Are they going to do that?
Until they do that, you're using the word if.
Yes.
I don't.
Is it big if?
I'm not God. So
is this something that
it doesn't work like that?
Okay, how does it work?
Now, if there are procedures, even if you take a petition now to the House of Assembly, first of all, your petition will be, will be presented before the House. Are you understanding? And you're going to pass it through a lawmaker there. Are you understanding me? Now, when the petition is brought before the House, you know what will happen. They will debate on it, and if there is merit for that petition to be treated and given due consideration, then it will fly. But if it does not, it will be trashed. So if you have interest as a Rivers person and you feel pained on any issue, for crying out loud, we all have representatives in that House of Assembly. You can approach your representative, get a guidance, a guidance from him or her on what to do. Now, based on that, you can put up a petition. Say, look, I'm raising a petition that this, that, or whatever it is. Then if it is carried at the Assembly, it will be treated.
And that's another if again. So our lives, hopes, and economic dependence is on the River State House of Assembly, as
Yes.
it were.
Yes.
That's what it is.
That's the
And
law.
so it means we need to be very wary of who we send there. And those people need to represent the interests of the people. That's basically what it is. So until the House of Assembly makes a move, we are where we are.
Not until the
No
House of
matter-
Assembly says anything, something is missing. You cannot, you cannot look for something that is not missing.
Oh Lord.
You know,
Okay.
one other thing to just to chip in, I have served as a councillor at the local government level.
Okay. In which LGA?
Emoha local government area.
Okay.
I was even the deputy leader. Okay, I was one of those who impeached the then chairman and even took the matter to the assembly and even to EFCC. That's like what we're talking about here. EFCC made it clear that for them to, attempt to deal with anybody within the confines of the River State government, they made it clear it's impossible. Impossible.
And the House of Assembly has to be involved.
Yes, no. If the assembly, you understand,
invites them,
the assembly won't just invite people and then say yes, you go and deal with them. For instance, they will set up maybe either a committee, ad hoc committee, or a standing committee to look into the matter. And if there is merit in the matter and that the person is culpable, assembly can then do the needful. You understand? And then EFCC will take off from there, or whichever law enforcement agency can take off from there.
So doesn't this mean that every state governor in Nigeria, knowing this law and this particular portion of the Constitution, has to be friendly with the House of Assembly, or houses of assembly, as it were, so that they do not begin to probe and ask questions that might lead to something else? Because if the House of Assemblies in River State from 1999 till now have not raised any dust with what the ordinary people are saying, even what opposition parties are saying, then it means the governors have to be really friendly with the houses of assemblies, as it were. And when the houses of assemblies are not happy with the governor, then there's every likelihood that Wahala will burst. Don't you think that's the case, as it were?
Sometimes let's look at it let's not always see it from the layman point of view.
No, the layman is the man that is buying petrol at
and there is need to educate
500 naira now, black market.
There's need to educate the layman to understand how these things work, so that you don't have cases of mob action, people taking laws into their hands to act. You follow? Now the issue is, if I am elected to be in the assembly, my people deemed me worthy, having the right character and what it takes to represent them. That's why I am already elected to be there to represent them. Are you understanding me?
Yes.
Now in River State House of Assembly, we have 32 lawmakers there from different constituencies, people from different backgrounds. And you can't tell me that, these noble men, that they are all just docile. No. Or that because the government, might be the governor or somebody tries to want to.
Yeah, from 1999 good till now. But the EFCC saw something that the houses of assembly did not see in 1999. Or, I don't know how to put it. They saw that, for example, in 2018, what the EFCC said was that some people were signatories to the River State government account and are alleged to have acted as proxies to several government officials, conspired and fraudulently withdrew and diverted the sum between 2015 and 2018. We're looking at 117 billion naira. There is also unofficial or official that these monies were actually collected over the counter. And the CBN has policies with regards to over-the-counter withdrawal before this new policy now. Yes, I understand what I'm saying.
So you're looking at even the banks are guided by those rules and regulations.
Yes.
That banks.
So at some point,
I'm coming.
The banks were the ones who raised the alarm.
Except you're saying that you're saying that the banks are also complicit or colluded. Are you understanding me?
I believe
the bank raise the
against this?
How can the bank report itself?
Report itself.
Does it logical?
No,
if you withdraw more than 100 million over checks, there's no way the CBN will not know that something is happening. You understand? Because the state government has the right to withdraw money.
Zubi,
I don't know the procedure around that.
Let's not miss it.
Yes.
Now the issue is, for instance, I go to bank, and there's a rule in the bank that I cannot withdraw more than certain amount over the counter
as a person.
Now, the way our banks operate, in recent times. You agree with me that the banks are strict on these rules and regulations. Look, let's not miss it. That's why we're saying that, or we perceive it to be what I will term as a political witch hunt.
Just hold
It's
that
an
thought.
allegation.
Just hold that thought. If the River State government needs 117 billion naira to pay Julius Berger, will she withdraw the money over the counter, or will she rather transfer the money to Julius Berger?
These are
Those are the questions that people
these
are
are
wondering.
allegations. Have
Okay,
they
allegations.
They
have
are
they been
unsubstantiated.
even in your imagination, can anybody go and withdraw 117 billion
Over the counter.
Maybe that's why they want to ask him to know they can confirm.
It's important that we understand the workings of government. River State government is not concealing whatever could have happened. River State government is saying that you do not have the right
To ask.
It is we that should invite you if there is need for you to ask.
Okay, I think maybe the question should
be
should
be was same even invited
by the EFCC.
By the EFCC.
Okay, let me read here. Say the public is hereby notified that the persons whose photographs appear in this alert are wanted by the EFCC.
When was that? When was that?
This is the 2018.
And in the same 2018, I'm telling you that in 2018, 2 judgments were received.
Okay.
One on the 4th of October. I don't know what date you have on that newspaper. Another on the 25th of October. The same month, one from the Federal High Court, presided over by Justice Hilary Oshoma. The one on the 4th of October was by Justice Omereji. So, and they are all on the same subject matter. Don't forget that the law already has cleared any incursion into River State government account as it were in 2007. So until you remove that and that restraining order, which is even a judgment, you cannot do anything. So anything that is done is in contravention of the law. That is the reason why EFCC was slammed with a fine of 600 million, for which 300 million, aside from that one, was also awarded to Fubara for damages.
And they've not paid till now.
They have not paid. So you now see where we are. Until you remove that log jam, I'm not too sure that you can make any.
So why are they still? Why do you think they're still?
You should be asking it EFCC.
Let's come. EFCC is run by humans. EFCC is run by EFCC is run by humans. You understand? EFCC is run by humans. You know, and who are these people? These are the questions we'll be asking now. Who are the people in that EFCC that are raising up
that do not want to pay the laws?
Who are these people?
They can't go to court to restrain.
You don't know the people.
Who are they?
Okay, let's go back to the phone lines now. You've been buzzing for quite some time. This is Viewpoint PH. Hello, good morning. This is Viewpoint.
Hello, good morning, Ruby.
Glad to have you join us. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Go ahead. You have 60 seconds.
It's a very sad one that we have a law that will not be lifted up to now that is irreversible. You see, because of that law, government officials, governors, so to speak, they will come in and read themselves stupendously and nobody will talk because there's a law that, I don't know, that is resulting every one of us. The only panacea to this problem is for everyone together to come together to ensure that we live whatever ban that is preventing government officials from looking our funds because I don't think there's any other thing where this law operates apart from River State.
Thank you very much for contributing. I have no idea. I'm going to ask the lawyers here. Is there any, or maybe you're going to answer that later. Is there any other state where such a perpetual injunction exists? We'd like to hear from you.
There are.
You share with us later on.
Yes,
just sure that. Hello, good morning. Glad to have you joined.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Glad to have you joined us.
Yeah, this is White, calling from Mother George.
Go ahead, White.
You see, sometimes from the discussion I heard people discussing, I'm not really happy in the sense that we, this generation, the previous generation made a wrong decision, and we are singing praises for that decision. Does it mean anybody can go and steal because you're working for the government, or go and maybe involve yourself in a criminal act? You take an injunction, stopping the grant agency not to arrest you or question you on that issue. But if someone.
Thank you very much for your question. I think that was pretty clear. The gentleman here will respond later on. Hello, good morning. Glad to have you join us here. Yes.
Good morning, Michael.
Zubi Wokocha. Go ahead. I can hear you loud and clear.
Oh, Zubi Wokocha, yes. Obed Kim, I'm calling from Port Harcourt.
Go ahead, Obed.
Yeah, Zubi, there's what we call morality. I think morality should tell Fubara to present himself. Because yes, you are winning an election, you are coming to be a governor. So you must ensure that your name is not tainted. What are you defending here?
Thank you very much, Obed.
If you have a clear conscience, you go to court and clear yourself.
Thank you very much. You think you're going to respond to that? Yeah. According to you, he has already gone to.
That people that did mean that we that are saying that the old generation, when you look at the generation, and most people in the student, the young people do, they look at the kind of allegation that is produced, and yet people are defending him with figure, with strength, rather than say, look, not the EFCC, you know, vacate this very issue. No, they're not coming to get a clear response. And now somebody, you don't let the people that are calling, and I don't know the conscience that we have, and this is the government, something that will come to national public office that will administer the office of the government, and we are happy defending this, and we're talking just
Thank you very much.
Is that how we are going to, we need to say to all.
Thank you very much for your question. Hello, good morning. Glad to have you join us. This is Viewpoint 8.
Hello, good morning, Ruby.
A pleasure.
Yeah, I'll greet your guest in the studio. Yeah, my name is Comrade Nathan Barry from the President, the Time and Song for River Southeast. I'm calling from Bori.
Go ahead, Comrade.
Yeah. Ruby, there is a saying in my language that meaning that a madman does not know shame, but it is the parents that are ashamed. You know, the people that this issue affects does not know shame. If not, if they have shame, there are some things that will not come on national radio to defend.
What are you talking about?
Yes. It is a big shame to me that in this young generation, in this vibrant generation, we are celebrating those things that are not supposed to come to limelight. I don't want to say much again because it is an embarrassment to River State.
Thank you very much,
we are presenting a candidate that has nothing, that has this kind of sense.
Thank you very much, Comrade. I think we'll come back to the studio here. Hello, good morning. Okay.
My name is Susie. I'm calling from Rema.
Go ahead, Susie. 60 seconds.
Bringing the issue of morality, who distinction between morality and law? This is an issue of law, and then for Spain to go and present himself after bagging back-to-back judgment that favors him, and then also an injunction, leaving a man to content of court. And those who are also parading and making comments on radio as against speaking against him, those people, I suppose by now would have taken a lead to filing a contempt proceeding against them. Because the EFCC has to stand according to law as against his morality. On their website.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. One more, then we come back to the studio. The gentleman can respond quickly. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Glad to have you join us.
Hello, good morning.
I can hear you. Go ahead. Go ahead, Comrade.
Now, I want to advise people to you like to take this advice. There is no need for you to force to sell unsellable products in the market. The man you are trying to sell is not sellable.
How do you mean it's not sellable?
Yes, I will tell why it's not sellable because
Rivers who have never seen their candidate for over some time. In history of Rivers State,
Rivers people have not.
Governorship candidates, none of the aspirants that are not visible.
How do you mean?
This is the process we are hearing. This is the process we are seeing this kind of party in political state.
Thank you very much,
and that is why the governor,
the comrade is speaking ambiguously, please. Apologies for that. Okay, let's go ahead. I want you, what is about to respond, please?
Let me even say that the opinion canvassed by the speaker before this one is the way to go. Sim had already earned a back-to-back judgment. I don't think there's anybody that can be discharged from the hospital and then you go back to the hospital to go and lie down. It is only the doctor that can request you to come back. So if anybody assumes in his own imagination that Sim has a case to answer, yes, explore the court. But I was saying that EFCC is acting in error. If for any reason there is a picture of Sim anywhere displayed, that's a matter that we're going to look at.
So don't you think they should be sued if
that's I said that's a matter that we're going to look at.
Okay, that's
in our next step. Yeah, that's the next position we're going to look at. But I think that Sim is a candidate to look out for. Sim is not just the option; is the only option.
How do you mean?
They made the other options.
Because some of the other colours here have other options.
Those who manufactured the Mercedes-Benz, Mercedes-Benz and the others. Sim is like a Mercedes-Benz in the olden days. So Sim is just the only option.
For you,
it's not. It's the only option. The reason is that it's coming.
No, you're speaking as an advocacy group for him. So obviously
I do not see where you can place Sim side by side with the other candidates. Okay. I do not see.
From your perspective,
talking about, yes,
we need to be clear.
To have been able to even win the governorship ticket in Rivers State in the ruling party tells you that there is the hand of God in it.
Okay, but then it's on quarters and people say he was handpicked.
No. How could he have been handpicked? It was televised. Everybody watched.
We saw the television, obviously, but some people say that he's a position.
In every contest, people will always say something. In every contest, even when you got this job, I'm sure that there would have been a lot of bickerings here and there. It is commonsensical to assume that people will never, you can never satisfy everybody. So he
wasn't handpicked.
How could he have been handpicked? You watched it. There was a contest, and he won. He came out and became the candidate. How could anybody have been handpicked? If anybody was handpicked, those who
he wasn't the most unlikely person to emerge. There were other people who were most likely.
Those who later emerged through those they are placed as placeholders, and those who took up positions as candidates of various parties are already known. The PDP came out strongly the way it ought to be, and everybody saw it.
Wasn't he surprised that he won, or did he know he was going
to win?
Why would he be surprised? He knew that he fought a good fight.
Some people got votes, isn't it?
No, but the idea is that he's not a politician.
Are you not a politician?
I am not.
What are you? Thank God you are.
Sorry, prior PDP family.
Well, this is news to me because the idea now is that he was the accountant general of the state.
But the law does not. Don't you have sympathy for political parties? Some of you are leaders of political parties in your right.
We have sympathies for personalities. We may
for parties,
not parties. We have issues.
Didn't you see the CBN governor go to take from?
No, let's even.
Well, but if you notice, he too was also lambasted, and Nigerians were surprised.
But I'm just saying that the CBN governor went to take for to run for.
But that shouldn't be.
Well, in your opinion,
that shouldn't be right. Because if you sit in certain positions, you're expected to be apolitical, at least to some point. I understand what you mean. But we're learning on the.
He resigned and aspired to be the governor of Rivers State, and the law permits it that way. And he went into the contest with other contestants.
Okay, I'm happy you even brought this up. So I know you may have answered this before, but we need clarity on that.
And from that primary election results, different candidates scored certain number of votes. Yeah. But he scored the highest number of votes and became the candidate.
It's online.
Now let's look at it from the other way. Like somebody say he was unpicked. The other people who voted for other candidates, they are just human beings like the majority that voted for him. So if the majority had voted for any other person, would they not have declared the person the winner of the primary election.
The way the River State governor is. Do you think the person who would have emerged to maybe succeeding wouldn't be someone of his choice? Is it?
Of choice.
Yeah.
The governor has a right to support whoever he wants
And sometimes the rights of
so long as
opinions of others,
so long as it's not
override your own opinion.
imposing it on anybody, and there's no proof anywhere that the governor imposed his opinion on anybody. He did not. He did not go there to hold people to say you must write, you must vote for Sim. He didn't do that. Was there any such report? No. People willingly voted, and Sim emerged as the governorship candidate of Rivers PDP.
And let me leave it on record. Sim never aspired to become governor. He never, as it was popular opinion.
But he threw his hat into the ring.
Why not? I'm just saying there were people who.
You're from Opobo, I believe.
Well, where I come from does not matter. I'm a Rivers man.
I want to be sure if your community came together and then spoke to him to actually buy the form and then be part of the primaries. That's just what I wanted to be clear on.
Well, I have just said to you that Sim is one candidate that has what can sustain the level of development in this state. Some of the candidates you find in the fray are, some are pretenders, I must say.
There was something Bernardo Dike said here, that he resigned from government and is now the governorship candidate of the PDP. As a position, he's no longer a civil servant. But you had also mentioned that whatever happened while he was in government, he cannot be probed for it.
Yes.
That's what the Constitution said.
No,
because of the judgment.
Because of the perpetual injunction.
It is the perpetual injunction that placed that honor.
Then why did they still want to get him at the airport? Why?
There was never a safe look. There was no such. Did he not go to Abuja to pick the certificate of return?
So we had the EFCC.
So if people would just stage manage things. I mean,
so the youth didn't handle any EFCC officials at the airport?
Not to my knowledge.
Nothing.
It didn't happen.
Nothing. See, people, let's be careful in
they
these days
building
of
scenarios.
election. People can just come up, carry propaganda,
build scenarios and paint it look like
issues.
There was nothing like that.
Okay, we'll be right back. We have to go for a short commercial break. When we come back, I'll be asking you, both the gentlemen in the studio, who are the Gatekeepers Advocacy Group for Sim, why it seems as though we haven't heard him speak directly. When we come back, one of the concerns the opposition has raised, especially the Accord, they are one of those who said that they are yet to hear him interact with people. When we come back, he will let us know if they are not saying the truth or they are saying the truth. Thank you very much. This is Viewpoint PH. We'll be right back. Stay tuned.
PDP, power to the people. PDP, our Rivers people, what's in our mind for this coming election 2023? Sim Fubara, now you where we go follow. Sim God, now you we want. Make on come see the chosen one to lead Rivers people to the promised land. Everybody follow Sim, Mama Papa follow Sim, sister brother follow Sim. Everybody follow. Make on come see the man where we go vote for. Sim Fubara, now you we want. Our governor, now you we want. Sim Fubara, now you we want. For consolidation, now you we want. To carry the youth along, now you we want. For infrastructure, power
Let us follow a leader that will take us to the promised land. Vote St. Fubara for youth empowerment, better education, more infrastructural development, improved healthcare, better civil servant packages, and much more. St. Fubara.
Voting PDP, voting Fubara, Ngozi Oduo. Rivers people make we vote Simi Fubara, Ngozi Oduo. Better governor 2023, Simi Fubara, Ngozi Oduo. Rivers people make we vote Simi Fubara, Ngozi Oduo. Better governor 2023, Simi Fubara, Ngozi Oduo.
Simplify, now digital symbol, PDP simplify, now digital symbol, PDP. Because people make we come together to protect our state. Now digital symbol, PDP. Mama, Papa, make we join the hands to reject poverty. Now digital symbol, PDP. Forget everything when they tell you. Enter umbrella. Now digital symbol, PDP. PDP, that the party same now digital symbol, PDP.
Yes, so countryman, sir, Siminalayi Fubara, now 5G PDP digital SIM. We go connect us rivers people to more peace, love, unity plus all-round development for all sectors. Employment, empowerment, promotion and progress for all. Boyao, everybody make we connect to 5G digital SIM now. Vote PDP, vote sir, Siminalayi Fubara for governor. PDP na the party.
Now digital symbol, PDP.
Now Toby Jog Foundation, they send this message.
Simplify, now digital symbol, PDP. Simplify, now digital symbol, PDP. Because people make we come together to protect our state. Now digital symbol, PDP. Mama, Papa, make we join the hands to reject poverty. Now digital symbol, PDP. Forget everything when they tell you. Enter umbrella. Now digital symbol, PDP. PDP, that the party same now digital symbol, PDP.
Yes, so countryman, sir, Siminalayi Fubara, now 5G PDP digital SIM. We go connect us rivers people to more peace, love, unity plus all-round development for all sectors. Employment, empowerment, promotion and progress for all. Boyao, everybody make we connect to 5G digital SIM now. Vote PDP, vote sir, Siminalayi Fubara for governor. PDP na the party.
Now digital symbol, PDP.
Now Toby Jog Foundation, they send this message.
Keepers Advocacy Group for SIM. And you clearly spoken with regards to the position of your candidate and the EFCC. And let's move on to the next position now, and which has to do with does SIM Fubara go out without the current River State governor? Does he visit places without the governor?
What a question.
Yes.
SIM Fubara is one of the most consulted candidates. It's just that it's not very loud. It's not like when you go and see your old boys association, the radio and television will do all that. If you go to the campaign office, I'm sure you see things for yourself. SIM is not very loud, and you must not be allowed to be heard. You could be heard without being loud. I'm happy that you're the son of a former SSG of head public figures that we had. They had what they call that's so now there's a way the civil service brands you in so all that you do. So Fubara consults, reaches out. Don't forget, all over the place. He even earned an award, a chieftaincy award in Ogoni, a title. When one of those when is
PVC, he was moving from place to place.
Yes,
we heard it.
Now,
but now that wasn't campaign time. But now it's campaign time.
Has anybody campaigned? Have you heard that APC or PDP
we hear SDP is
they have mounted a rostrum and spoken?
Well, they have issues with orders 21 and 22, but we hear that they'll be moving from place to place, house to house, door to door.
And you think that Sim is not doing that? Well, I challenge anybody.
That's what I'm asking you.
Now, I'm saying that he's the most consulted. He has been reaching out to groups on his own style of campaign.
If they come to visit him or he goes to visit them.
He visits, if there's need to visit, he goes to meet with people. I'm just saying that it's not very noisy to the extent that he goes to cameramen, he goes to television people and all the rest of it. He sees his old boys, then they're in the news. So his own approach may not be what you want, but just wait. The campaigns had just been unveiled. They had gone for Thanksgiving last Sunday. I'm sure he was in church. When the campaigns are structured, local government by local government, you will see. Tim had gone around inaugurating his campaign councils at various levels, the LGAs and the units, and even putting structures that will even oversee what happens at the various wards. So I don't know how else you want him to be jumping around, probably come on top of Spa, and then every morning he stands there and then people say, well, I've seen simple. Good, very important things in life are not commonly seen. Okay. What holds this structure is the foundation, but you hardly see it. So very important people plan their things and they work according to their plan.
Okay, but have you seen his manifesto, Bernard Odike? Have you seen the manifesto for Fubara?
We have just done the dedication.
That was
when the Rivers campaign was unveiled that what the day we declared open our campaign at the stadium. He made it clear to the whole world that he will unveil his manifesto in due course. Now, let me tell you something. That brings me to what I actually wanted to share with the public. You see, Sim is a gentleman, very compassionate, but firm. He's a man with character. You know, we're all politicians, strategists. These are strategies that in fact, one common strategy that the oppositions are trying to use in Rivers State, they are not on ground. You understand?
How do you mean they're not on ground?
They're not on ground. When I mean they are not on ground, is that they don't have anything. What will they do? Like our governor will always say, Governor Wike will say, that this campaign, 2023, because the election model for 2023 is different from the past ones.
But Bernard Odike, if they're not on ground, we are hearing their governorship candidate.
No, I'm coming. I'm coming. It is one thing. For instance,
your candidate, according to you, is on ground. We need to see. We need to hear it.
We are coming. When we mean not being on ground, for instance, you can't compare a man who has not been able to affect his community to a man who had consistently affected his community.
The community.
Are you understanding me? Now, talking about Sasem in Rivers State, look, I have not seen any candidate who is anywhere close. You see the result when the election result will be declared. Now, the strategy the opposition is using in Rivers State is to create. They are trying to see how they can poison the minds of the people, the electorate, because they know already the electorate, majority of Rivers electorate are decided already, and they are going to overwhelmingly vote for the PDP.
How can you tell? You're not in the house of everybody.
No.
It's only God who knows.
I am a grassroots person. We're in touch with our people.
Of course.
We know.
Of course.
See, we know ourselves. We know our issues.
What is the position of your grassroots people with regards to Atiku? Are they going to vote for Atiku, or they will listen to the leader of the party in Rivers?
We will not listen to the leader of the party.
Okay, so that tells you that Rivers people listen.
What did my governor say when he was inaugurating? I'm one of the GLOs. The day we were inaugurated in the government house, the governor made it clear that they are to the people in the various communities, that are the grassroots, and hear from them and know from them which way to go.
How many months to the election? Why didn't we see that many years ago? when people were actually beyond all this.
That's why the governor said that the 2023 election model is different from others.
But remember, the opposition parties are also saying that this is a ploy to buy votes.
No, say something.
No.
The opposition parties.
How many months to the election?
If I want
the same way both of you.
I have seen.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I've seen Dumo. I've seen buses with bearing Dumo's emblem, carrying people from point A to point B free. Why didn't it happen last year? I'm asking you. So that you know that everything has its time and season. Everything has its time and season. Were we seeing free buses? I saw another one.
But you can't compare free buses to 200,000.
No, I'm coming.
Excuse
me, sir. Excuse me, sir.
Comparative.
Now, as a GLO, sorry, sir. As a GLO.
What does GLO stand for?
Governor liaison officer.
Okay, you're a GLO.
Yes.
Okay, you want to be 300 appointed?
Yeah, 219.
So minus 200,000, there's 219.
No, I'm coming. Now listen. As a GLO, I oversee the whole SA. They are doing the reporting back to me. And then I will collate all that they have found out and then send to the constituency liaison officer who is in charge of the LGA, who collates from all the GLOs from the various wards. Understand? And then from there, all these things, this information will be gathered and processed and worked on. Now, I'm coming. I have it, and just like the others who are also there are taking a stand. Now, how do you not come and say that because I was appointed the GLO that I have been bought?
But
does it make sense?
It seems like you are.
No.
How could you? Sure,
sorry,
are you being paid?
I'm coming.
Are you doing this pro bono?
No. Nobody's paying me.
Okay, but the 200,000 gets stipend. Do you get a stipend?
No, they're not getting stipends. Please don't get it wrongly.
Are you sure?
No, listen, it's not stipends. Okay, what they are getting, they are SAs. They appointed SAs to the governor.
So how much?
And they are paid salary every month.
Okay, how much is the salary? Any idea? You're a GLO, you should know.
For instance, you now, can you tell me the salary of a colleague sitting there?
No, but these people are working. Are they working for the government or they're working for the government?
They are working. Yeah?
Then it means they're public servants, as it were.
Yes.
Then we should know how much they earn.
Good. That you now go to the appropriate quarters together.
You are a GLO.
No. What I can only tell you, what I am paid. I cannot tell you what the other person is paid.
So how much are you being paid?
Don't worry. That's a private thing.
Bernard, you're not telling us what you're getting paid.
So nobody.
But this is the position.
Have you gotten the point now?
The opposition party.
The governor is not buying food.
What is it doing?
The governor in wisdom, just like we know that 2023 election is a different kind of election. The people will decide.
No, but you're not talking about 200,000.
We're coming, sir. We're coming, sir.
Do you have members of other
now? Who are those 200,000 people? What those are 200,000? These are people who are chosen unit by unit. Remember this thing?
Who chose them? Did the APC choose these people, or did the PDP maybe? But the thing is, who chose them?
Who chose them?
The opinion molders chose them from the various
opinion molders
of the various units
of River State.
Yes,
PDP members.
Those people, you know, whether you if you're not from River State and you're in River State and you do your business, you're River State. You know, we don't discriminate here.
The party remains sincerely party. You can clearly say that Desmond Akawa is chairman of PDP. If I ask you who the chairman of SDP, the other parties, if I ask you who is the Accord party, you may not know. You may just know by dint of the fact that you're in the news level. We're very pronounced. I've said from the outset that what wins the election is the party, not just the candidate. The party wins the election. The candidate uses the party as everybody at all levels are trying to put in their best, see how the party can win. And then our candidate will emerge. Because
this is your prayer. Your candidate will emerge.
Our candidate will emerge. Our candidate is the
prayerfully.
best.
Remember, everybody that is in SDP,
of course, God,
APC,
it is God that
most of the people that were in
crown.
SDP and PDP, maybe apart from Labour, were all in the PDP at some point. And then they had issues, internal issues, and then the APC emerged, and then another internal issue, and then the SDP. They were all part of a one umbrella before.
Yeah.
So everybody knows everybody.
Yes.
But as an advocacy group, what is your position on Executive Orders 21 and 22? What is your position on it?
I have nothing against it. If you don't like it, go to court.
The court
court is here.
We should go to court.
Go to court. Just go to court and express.
That's your position too.
That's my position. Yeah.
If you don't like it, you challenge
government must function. And if government takes a decision that you do not like as a citizen, the rule is that you take the legal, direction to seek redress if you feel affected. That's why the courts are there.
I'm happy you raised it, but let me ask this, and you are an insider of the PDP. You have 23 local government areas, and since you have 23 local government areas of Rivers State, and there's a non-refundable fee to be paid, 5 million naira, if you want to use any facility, public facilities, as it were, is your party paying, making that payment?
Yeah, the governor said so. The governor said so.
Even one.
So that is 5 million times 23 at least. That's about 105 million naira.
The political party is not a big one.
No, but what does the Electoral Act say about that? Especially when it comes off
the Electoral Act didn't build structures for you to go.
Campaign without being stopped. And recently now there's another. Okay, go ahead.
No, if for instance now you have an event center and I want to use the event center for a program, will you allow me to use it? That will be at your discretion, isn't it? If I want to use the event center that you have built,
as you must apply for it.
The event center was built with my money, but the schools I'm talking about built with River State money.
Is the government not an entity, a legal entity?
But when we ask this question, this question you're asking are all valid. But I also asked the question: when the current governor was campaigning, did he pay for this?
When he was campaigning, this law was not there.
The law was
so that's the
that wasn't there.
Now the law has come.
Sorry. That order had been there.
21 and 22.
That order, the order that required that you must
the law
that required that you must get approval. In fact, I think it's one of the things. One of the new.
You get approval from the state government or from the police to do a rally, according to the Electoral Act, for instance.
No, for the police, you must inform them to get protection. So once you inform somebody to get protection, it means that you are subservient to the person's whims. You are the whims and caprices of the person. Do you understand? You must inform the police that I want to hold a rally. Because if you don't do that, if anything happens to you, you are falling out of the law you have failed to take cannot protect you. So what you're going to the police is to ask for protection. It means that invariably you're also informing the police that this is what I intend to do. If you want to use a school, would you like us to deface in the edifices, the things that have been put together? Would you like us to just deface them in the name of political rallies, posters, and all the rest of it? People should apply. If you don't have the money, well, you know what to do.
Should it be non-refundable?
That's
it's 5 million naira.
That's what the law says, that it's non-refundable.
Yeah, but should it be?
The law is there. I'm not going to change the law now.
No, but is it fair on those who do not have that kind of, because according to the Electoral Act,
all
political parties should be given fair ground. This doesn't give them a fair playing ground.
There's no law. If any law is fair, then it's not a law.
No, the Electoral Act says all political parties should be given level playing ground.
PDP is also
nobody's stopping anybody from.
PDP is paying.
No, you mentioned
APC is paying.
There's a 5 million naira non-refundable fee we're talking about here. Okay, let's go back to the phone line before we call it a day on Viewpoint today. Hello, good morning.
Yeah.
Hello, good morning. This is Viewpoint.
Good morning.
Go ahead, Honorable.
Let me talk about it. If you are going to with I'm looking attention to the way you are asking your question, and I see again the way they are following, because truth is said. Whatever thing we are doing in this world, we remember that there is God. If you think that you are top, sitting on top of the big ship. One day the big people may need you. Their children, and other people. This type of thing, this not to know that we started school in they do use the primary school. Now, you are telling me, what of you guys, if I say I go that primary school, and not a no single something spoil in that primary school, what are you going to do? Because at times, when people came to my office, they will drop something to the case. Take this issue, in case this thing happen. If this is not happen, you give me my back. Why are you telling me this is autocracy? You're telling me that even if something is not wrong, I'm not going to take my body back.
Thank you very much for your contribution.
You know when you eat in restaurant, you did not, if you are attending to pay. What type of law is this?
Thank you very much for your contribution. One more or two more before we call it before we wrap it up. Hello, good morning. Yes.
My name is Wisdom. I'm calling from Accra.
Go ahead, Wisdom.
You see, Fubara, don't you have any place with ELCC? I was so very think about it in this my house, ELCC. You know how no ELCC fall at all because you look at the spending and what is the government they are going to do? If you know withdraw money on the counter that to that amount. Coming to the state government, the state governor is one of the governors, the two governors that are sick. That's the Hospital Delay and yes, the two governors that are sick that are friendly. They can empower the youth. Look at what people do to the air. Look at what we can do. We are the part of a 2 billion youth. I see these statements that things are very difficult. And look at what we are doing for the youth. So tell me, why do we bring up the I'm not saying that they are going to succeed. It's not that they are too far. I was going to think about it, but now I know that fully is a map for the people that can see. It's not that they take over for this way.
Thank you very much.
So I would like my guest to give me an answer. What to join this advocacy?
Thank you very much. If he wants to join your advocacy, maybe you share with him how to join.
Hello,
good morning.
Yes. Yes. Let me greet my my people, my party people. Please don't get from there. CDP. I want to speak for brother. Good morning, sir.
You have 60 seconds. 100, please. You have 60 seconds. Yes.
Please, I'm using on River State. I know some people calling, they're not using on River State. I'm in the son of the Korean man. Let's go. Governor, our president, our governor, and president, governor, 23. Fubara is the right candidate for the party of People Democratic Party, PDP. He's the governor of River State. I'm using on River State. I know some people are calling, they're not from River State. Fubara is the candidate that will proceed to the terrain. I know you go on where our governor of Cuba is going to be bring to him. Yes, Fubara is our candidate because the terrain.
Thank you very much, Ahonda. Thank you very much. Okay, lots of people believe, and this is a roundup question. I'll be asking Benedict now. Lots of people believe that if Sim emerges, that he will be a proxy for the current governor of River State. If he emerges, what's your position on that?
Well, even the governor himself, times with that number, had said that nobody can be able to control a sitting governor. Are you understanding me?
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm listening.
The present governor, Wike, has said so in different fora that nobody can control a sitting governor. And I think that answers the question.
So he's not a proxy, that's what
he's
you're
not
saying.
a proxy. He's not.
Okay. Why is it easy?
It can never
but you see, tell us where you're from.
It can never be. It can never be a proxy. It's just is a divine creation.
Wow.
And I want to say that Sim Fubara is a bridge between the young and the old blood. I want to believe strongly that with the vast experience is bringing from the civil service, the River State will enjoy the best.
So when are we
technocrat? Sorry, Sim Fubara is a technocrat, and I want to believe that. Well, if you place Odili and place Amechi and place Governor Wike, they are professionals in their own field. But this is the first time we're getting somebody from the civil service to head the government of River State. Recall
potentially that's what
recall that the Odili's government used Gabriel Tobi, who was a permanent secretary retired, Governor Mechi also used the politicians, but Governor Wike changed the dynamics. Went back to get a retired permanent secretary in the place, the person of the present deputy governor, the Palebo Hari. And our candidate has also chosen a retired permanent secretary and a professor of medicine. So it tells you the quality of persons that are coming to oversee the affairs of Rivers State. So when I say he's just not the best, but it's the only option
for you,
I don't know if there's any right-thinking Rivers man who would not want continuity and consolidation on what we have achieved now.
So the
if we had this level of development from 1999, I'm sure that it would have been El Dorado for all of us. But to get to where we are now, we need to sustain what we are doing. And for the youth, a lot of programs for the market women. 2 days ago, I saw the deputy governor in the market. It tells you that
market.
Yes.
Was she opening the stalls that are yet to be
she
given out?
She was there with market women, and there were programs that were going on.
But some of the stalls have not been given out. That's still not.
Well, it's a matter for another day. I'm just saying, to say how down to earth this government or the next government will be, it will just be an improvement on what we're enjoying now. Because what you require is to be able to reach out to the lowest of the lows.
But when do you think we can have Sim Fubara in this studio and Rivers people asking
request for him? They will come. Request.
Okay, I'm requesting now, and you're an advocacy group.
You request now.
Okay, you mean officially to write to him?
Ask him to invite him. I expect that the media, I'm a media person too. I expect that the media should be able to have an interactive session.
That will be beautiful.
Good. And if you do that, I don't see anybody who will just jump out and begin to go to places that is uninvited.
On radio,
but I'm saying
on TV,
that as the campaigns heat up, as the campaigns begin to heat the rostrums, I'm sure you'll be able to have a feel, a complete feel of Sim Fubara. But where we are is to the extent that we can say that is very visible, is consulting is in his own right, and he's reaching out to quite a number of persons. Even though he's not very loud, but he's doing it in what I describe as his persona.
Okay, thank you very much.
Sorry, there's an issue you raised there that he's not been heard. That he's not that the opposition are saying that he's silent, that he's not been heard. You know, Sir Sim has been talking, he's been communicating, like he said, he has been reaching out, you know, he has been consulting and talking. But what the opposition want to do is like they want to set the agenda for him. And the man is saying that's from his quiet way, saying that no, you cannot dictate the pace for me. I am in touch with Rivers people, different groups. He's reaching out. You know, when we went around for DDI sensitization, local government by local government, he was there.
We need to run now. Thank you very much.
He was there and he spoke
for being part of the program today. What I said about Joe Johnson, it's been a pleasure. And also to Bernard Odike, it's been a pleasure.
Thank you so very much.
Gatekeepers of advocacy of for Sim Fubara. Thank you very much for making our time to be here.
Thank you.
Special thanks goes to the producer of the program, Clemo Foku, and to Victor, chairman of Behind the Console. My name is Zubi. Thanks for listening. God bless.
PDP, power to the people. PDP, our Rivers people, what in our mind for this coming election 2023. Sim Fubara, now you where we go follow. Sim card, now you we want. Make on come see the chosen one to lead Rivers people to the promised land. Everybody follow Sim, mama papa follow Sim, sister brother follow Sim. Everybody follow. Make on come see. Forget everything when they tell you. Enter umbrella.
Digital symbol, PDP.
PDP, that the party Siminalayi Bobo.
Digital symbol, PDP.
Yes, so countryman, sir, Siminalayi Fubara, na 5G PDP digital SIM. We go connect us Rivers people to more peace, love, unity plus all-round development for all sectors. Employment, empowerment, promotion and progress for all. Oyao, everybody make we connect to 5G digital SIM now. Vote PDP, vote sir, Siminalayi Fubara for governor. PDP na the party.
Now digital symbol, PDP.
Now Toby Jog Foundation, they send this message.
Together to protect our state.
Digital symbol, PDP.
Mama, Papa, make we join the hands to reject poverty.
Digital symbol, PDP.
Forget everything when they tell you. Enter umbrella.
Digital symbol, PDP.
PDP, that the party Siminalayi Bobo.
Digital symbol, PDP.
Yes, so countryman, sir, Siminalayi Fubara, na 5G PDP digital SIM. We go connect us Rivers people to more peace, love, unity plus all-round development for all sectors. Employment, empowerment, promotion and progress for all. Oyao, everybody make we connect to 5G digital SIM now. Vote PDP, vote sir, Siminalayi Fubara for governor. PDP na the party.
Now digital symbol, PDP.
Now Toby Jog Foundation, they send this message.